My boy
Yo,
Hove.
yo.
Whoa.
Going live once again at the game four. The absolute craziest live NBA experience I've seen with the biggest swing that I've seen in game. Spurs came out early. First half, Spurs hit 15 threes. The Knicks hit 14 field goals total. And that proved to be, that proved to be their doom. A lot of people are equating this, and we're going to get to that conversation, the biggest upsets or biggest comebacks that you've seen. The one that everybody's going to default is the Patriots versus the Falcons, but the only thing that's a similarity there for me is the score. They're about equal as far as the comeback, but the one similarity is in basketball, passing the ball. In basketball, shooting threes is the equivalent of football passing the basketball or passing the football. Because when you shoot threes, they lead to long rebounds, so that leads to uneven defensive rotations, and it's just a harder shot. Like people talk that, you know, well, we rather shoot 40% from three than 50% from two, and that's all well and good if you are actually shooting that 40% and hitting them. But still, when you're shooting threes, you're giving the defense a break from having to get tough rebounds in the lane. And you've seen a lot of that from the Knicks just actually getting runouts. And you're usually playing at a faster pace. They took 17 threes in the second half. 12 of those threes came before it was 10 seconds left on the shot clock. That is bad basketball with the lead. And you've been on this from the jump. Mitch, you blew two straight games.
Man,
Flat out.
man. Dude. So, first of all, as the game is being played, Rome, you was in there because you was popping your shit on the refs, and I'm like, listen, the San Antonio Spurs are shooting lights out. New Yorkers playing like pure garbage. But what did I say? I said this game is far from over. When they got down 29, said it ain't over. They gonna make a run. I didn't say it now. I didn't say it was gonna win, but I said they're gonna make a run. They're gonna make it interesting, right? Because you couldn't play Mitch. You couldn't play Mitchell Robinson. They tried to go play. They tried to play the third string center. They like, yeah, it ain't gonna work. Like we gonna have to ride it out. Go ahead.
Mitch's conditioning is the worst I've ever seen. Like
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this. He can't play more than 5 minutes in a row.
No. No. Yeah. So he was unplayable. Plus because they was going to the hacker Mitch and
Yeah.
Mike like we down. We can't play like that, right? So we gotta sit him. You try to go to the third string center, they like Wimby just gonna cook. Like Cat,
Hot
you got
Pori.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
Cat. What? Go ahead.
The third string center remind me of player 99 because I
Yeah,
sure
you.
had his name written down because I got notes. I'm like
Nah, I'm gonna keep it a buck,
Huck
Hove.
Porty.
Yeah, Hove. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Third string center. That's it. We gonna keep it a buck in campaign, okay? So I'm like, all right. They try to play him. They like, nah. This Mike like, listen, you not guard. And again, I said this 2 pods ago. Adjustments is for coaches. How they make names is when they make adjustments in big games. Again, Mike Brown made another adjustment, right? He made two adjustments in this game. The first adjustment he made, Rome, was they got Brunson off the ball. Brunson still brought the ball up the court, but he was coming off of it quick. All right, I'm gonna come off a screen, boom, I'm gonna get it back. Then I'm gonna go into my action. Perfect. You got to get him off the ball. You can't expect him to dribble the ball out, right? He made that first adjustment. The second adjustment was Cat wasn't guarding Wimby. I'm gonna guard one of these shooters out here, and I'm just gonna contest. If they get by me, somebody gonna have to help, or I'll ride it. But I'm not giving them nobody nothing. Cool. Pause. Right. So that's what I'm gonna do. They did that. We good. They started chipping away. Brunson started hitting some shots because he's not tiring himself out. get into the lane, pump fake. Cool. He played that was his best game of the series. And then OG, Rome, this is my last point, and then Hov, I'm gonna come to you. OG did not cry. That's why we was texting in the group chat. I said, just hoop. It's gonna swing. I understand they was getting calls. You was right. That was a goal 10 for sure. Some of them other calls should have swung the Knicks way. It didn't. Again, it's like gambling. It's like playing blackjack. The cards are gonna turn in your favor, but when they turn in your favor, you got to know when to what. You got to know when to stop. You got to know when to leave, take your money, and run. Right. And I knew it was gonna turn eventually because they ain't gonna want to keep hearing from Mike Brown and all this. But guess what? Shots started falling. OG. I mean, hell, what he hit? Probably every three he hit was from the corner. He couldn't miss, right? So OG hooped the whole game, didn't cry. They kept fighting. I think it started with him, and then it kind of just rubbed off on everybody else where it's like, hey, just hoop, just hoop, just hoop. So big shout out to them, man. They was grown-ups, right? That was, what you and Frank said, like these are grown-ups, and they kept fighting. They played. San Antonio, you can't ignore the fact that they did things to blow the game. You in the bonus, you not getting to the cup. It was just so many bad things Mitch did. I mean, you could argue they should be up 3-1. You can argue that. But because of coaching, they're down 3-1. So with that, Hov, I pass it to you, bro. What you got?
First, I'm gonna get it next to credit, right? They did what they supposed to do. They stayed consistent. I mean, I guess the consistency of OG is very, you know, is there. Like he everybody has their bad days, but like he's a super. Cause I really like how he plays.
NBA champion. Don't forget that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just think even a champion or not, he just has that certain pedigree, right? So I'm gonna give Knicks credit. But man, I gotta say this. I had little notes that I took from the game because I felt like I was gonna come in one way, but all in all, I gotta be fair. Spurs, yes, what y'all doing is great because you're young and ahead of schedule and all of that, but I gotta be critical of. Man, you can 29-point lead. Man. 20. I mean, go ahead.
This the other thing. They scored 76 points in the first half. They scored 30. They scored 30 in the second half. 14 in the third. 16 in the fourth.
Yeah, and I mean, young or not, whatever the case may be, De'Aaron Fox, man, being the OG on the team, man, I expect a whole lot more from you in those situations. Like I watched throughout the game, and I was just praying and thinking at one point in time, I'm like, he gonna kind of either get going or start to get other guys going, or even just control the game a little bit better. Man, I watched him get fluttered up on the pick and roll, couldn't really do much off of it, throwing the invisible pass to Wemby, and that got stolen, and you just started to see it fall. And last but not least, I guess the other guy who, because everybody played pretty well, Keldon Johnson, just invisible, you've been here the longest. You and Fox deserve, and I know we're gonna say a little bit about Mitch, but Mitch can't play the game. I believe Mitch did, try to give them the formula to control, but these guys, y'all got to make the plays. The players make the plays. So. Yes, they're young and all of that, but I got to be critical of them in this game. Like y'all could have been in a great spot right now if you take that game and handle your business. Win 2 games in New York.
You've been up every game. You've been up every single game, double figures.
Last
every
thing,
game.
I want to throw this to y'all to answer for me, right? Just did you see that talk about tell me a little bit of how y'all felt about the atmosphere in there as we watched the game swing all the way from the Spurs in complete control and then just
people that have not played in big games and big atmospheres have no idea how you're going to react in those situations. Notice I said you don't have an idea how you react. I'm not saying it's going to go bad. I'm not saying it's going to go great. I don't know. You don't know, right? And That is the biggest atmosphere that we've seen in an NBA game ever. It just is. They've got over 125, 130 celebrities in the building. Over, right? They had so many celebrities that you didn't see Aaron Judge, right? Aaron Judge wasn't even close to the court. They had so many celebrities, he was up closer to a box. That's how many celebrities they had at the game. That atmosphere right there, and they were just waiting for the Knicks to give them a couple plays back to back. They wanted to stop, score, and then they got back in the game. Conversely, the biggest credit and just two edge right here, because if Mike Brown doesn't insert him in the game, he doesn't have the opportunity to do this. Jose Alvarado was absolutely huge. And it goes back to, and I've been belaboring this about a bunch of guys, different guys over the course of time. Since LeBron kind of instituted this heliocentric, all offense go through me, I do everything type of game, and we've gotten away from the principles that the game was built on. It is way better to have your best scorer come off of action and get the ball with a live dribble. It is much harder to guard. So, and having somebody on the floor where his idea of his mindset is, I'm a point guard, I'm gonna look to craftier, make plays. The attention's not necessarily on a point guard all the time. So when he got that one-on-one against Champagnie, and he hit him with the spin around move and got the layup, Vic had no idea that was about to happen, because you ain't supposed to be doing nothing. I see Brunson over here. I see OG. Okay, I'm edging over here because he probably going to come over here with the ball. But when you got a crafty point guard with a high IQ out there, he can see where I can make those type of plays at. And again, you said it earlier, getting Brunson off the ball. He hit all three of his shots. Yes, he went 3 for 3 in the fourth quarter, 2 for 2 from 3. He had 3 assists, 2 rebounds, right? And people are saying, backcourt, you don't know the rules. The ball and both feet must cross half court for it to be a backcourt. And I think that dude intentionally, the way he dribbled that ball was so unnatural that he intentionally dribbled behind the line, because if you really look at it, if he got a chance to change court, everything had flooded to the strong side, and if he got to the weak side, they had a 2-on-1 with two guys off the ball with him pushing the ball over there, right? I think he intentionally knew that and was setting it up, and actually De'Aaron Fox made a good play on that, actually following him after he made the stupid bonehead play. Now, to De'Aaron Fox, winning is a habit, losing is a habit. So when you spend time all those years in Sacramento, and you build up these bad habits, and you don't know how to win games, and you gravitate to the things that do not win games, this is how you end up. 1 for 5 in the fourth quarter with a turnover, and that last shot is absolute. That's worse than any turnover I've ever seen in my life, other than literally throwing the ball to the other team. And Hov would come your way. Atmospherically, you talked about it, right? Is this more of a Spurs implosion or a New York Knicks resilient comeback?
I mean, you gotta say it's a mix of both, because it doesn't happen either way. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
one more? Which one more?
I'm going with the Knicks, man, because if you watch the game, each and every time they even made just a little, like, something positive happen, the whole front row stood up. I'm pretty sure
Every time.
7 minutes, the last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, they were up. You know, because that's about the time. I don't know the exact, but I'm sure that's about the time when it got way closer to 18, 14 in that area. So they knew all they needed to do was kind of just start to just make that energy. And I watched one time the ball went out on the out of bounds, and and Harper, he goes to go take the ball out, and you could see one of the fans like say something to him, and he interacts, and I'm like, I get it. But I don't think you in that age, that stage of your career to be, doing that. You need to be locked in on the game. And I think little things like that right now, is what's going on with the Spurs. Just being young and like I said, I'm gonna be critical both ways. Yeah, you here because you're young, but these bonehead plays right here, they still unexcusable, no matter what.
This is where I. This is where I get. This is why I can't blame Fox. This is where I blame coaching. They played a flawless game. De'Aaron Fox played a flawless game until the fourth quarter. They fell in love with the three. The three ball was falling. They fell in love with it. They, like you said, Rome, they hit how many in the first half? 15.
15. 15.
They made two in the second half. Two. You got him in the penalty. Cat is in foul trouble, right? And I agree with whoever chimed in the chat. Castle getting in foul trouble definitely hurt for sure. But you got Wemby out there, bro. You gotta get in the post, draw a double team, get foul, kick it, get downhill. They was getting whatever they want. Everything was dropping. That's why they was up 29. But Mitch has to say at some point, guys, timeout. Hey, get back to being gritty and grind this thing out. Let's get to the free throw line. Rome, you was like, oh, the refs. I'm like, New York getting foul calls. They get into the free throw line. They end up shooting more free throws, 28-20. Right? It's on Mitch.
But was that? And I didn't have a problem with the officiating as the game went on, and I woke up late and I seen the cat foul late. I didn't know that was a review overturn. So you mean to tell me that it was whatever? Did they call a foul on Wemby on that play?
Which one? Oh, when he hooked his arm. Yeah, Cat hooked his arm and went to the hole.
And then so they reviewed it and said, "Oh, my bad, that's a foul on."
No, Mitch wanted the review. Mitch called for the review. Yeah. He called for the review. They didn't. The refs didn't review it.
Mitch called for the review on. He didn't want Wemby to get a foul.
Correct.
They reviewed it and then said Karl Towns fouled him.
Yes,
it's off. They called offensive foul. Yeah,
correct.
It was the same thing they got when New York got the 3 shots for OG. They called out of bounds off OG.
Yeah.
Went to review. He got hit on the hand, 3 shots. It wasn't even a foul call. Yeah. It was an out of bounds call.
He blocked the shot.
He blocked the shot clean.
Yeah, he blocked the shot.
Now, I'm a fan of it, but I'm not. But my thing was they got it earlier in the series where OG, it was an out of bounds. Oh, well, no.
I know you're talking about last game.
It wasn't out on you. It was he fouled you 3 shots. That won the game. That won game 2 for them. With them 3 shots, that review that Mike Brown called it. Cat's stupid though. Cat, the first play of the game, De'Aaron get to the rack, he bodies him. And Frank talking about, if they call that a foul, bro, he clearly bodied him going to the basket. He didn't jump, he bodied him going to the basket. That's dumb on Cat. That's a dumb play, right? And then the hook of the arm, okay, cool. You review it, you get it called on you, cool. But that's when he go to Mitch, and then he go to the third string center, and he like, Cat, you got to play. If we going to get back in this game, and that's what I'm saying, kudos to Mike. Again, coaching won the game. He made the adjustments.
He's the best coach
for sure. It's no doubt. It's no doubt about it. But Hove, experience ain't got shit to do with saying, hey, my guys, I understand we hit some threes in the first half, but hey, we got to start.
No.
We got to get some
I disagree because until you're in that, I'm telling you, I've been there, bro. No. This is not my opinion. This is a fact. When you in that moment, that shit can slip past you so quick, bro. Like it really turned into some Twilight Zone shit. And then you look up, you in the locker room, like what happened?
I'm telling you, dog.
You wrong
in the Twilight Zone, and your body is numb. Cause listen, as a coach, you can't do anything.
And this is what all I'm saying. You got all these guys on the sideline. They all got iPads.
That's true.
You got these analytics going. I'm with you on 5-10 years ago. Take it from a guy that's got chief of staffs and hey, run this report, send this to me. I look at analytics all day. You got guys on the bench that's like, Here are all the analytics. Hey, coach, we done went for 0 for the last 15 on threes. You got these guys talking to you. They standing up saying, hey,
Theo.
you
That's
gotta make the
Theo.
adjustment. No different from Mike saying, hey, yo, hey, we running these sets. It ain't working. We gotta make some changes. Hey, come up off the
The
ball. Brunson ain't came off the ball all series.
the
But in the second half, he make a call and say, hey, dribble it up the court because you only are our only dynamic point guard. Get it out your hands, come back, then run the set.
Go ahead, yo.
No, I just want to tell him like he don't get the fact that that little white and black, that little swirl is just spinning around
Nobody,
in their
oh,
face.
nobody's saying that, bro. But what I'm saying is you paying these guys millions of dollars. They in his ear. Now you can say he's choosing not to listen, but he's got guys on the sideline. They reviewing plays. They're looking at
I get
analytics.
it.
They're looking
They
at
all
footage.
in the
They
twilight
never
zone. That's what
they
you not
never
getting. They
had that
all blew
before.
out. They don't know what man that damn
All right,
crowd
bro.
in there.
All right,
That
bro.
damn crowd in there.
All right, bro.
Did you hear what?
You
Did you
you
hear what
you you
Mike?
talking
Did you
about
hear what
10
Mike Breen
years
said?
ago,
Did
bro.
you
I
mark?
hear you about 10 years ago,
No,
but
no,
you
no, no,
Not
no,
got
even
no.
guys
10
on
years. I'm talking
staff.
about
You
literally in
got
no.
guys on staff.
Maybe we going to, I'm not talking about, I'm saying the body effect of you in Madison Square Garden,
I
and this in
understand
there
that.
is back this and they not there for you. You got 50,000 people in there. I'm talking about they literally on top of you, and you are the coach, right? It's not even like you the player. If you were talking about the players, I would be like, yep, because you got control. No matter what that coach say, you're a pro, you got control. But as a coach, being on that sideline saying, man, call this play, do this, do that, trying to orchestrate. Basically, you trying to put the controller in your hand, but it's disconnected from the system. You just tapping the square button, trying to get a shot, you like,
Hey man, who is this 23-inch python? Let pop coach from the booth like with an
that's
NFL.
gotta be. If that's joke, I'm literally gonna unplug my computer. If anybody chime in and say that's joke, I'm unplugging my computer, bro.
Hove,
So so
hold on, real quick. Let me
What's up,
respond to
Brody?
Hove.
Talk
All
to me.
I'm trying to say, Hove, is we got to stop this shit. We got to stop this give a pass stuff because we've seen coaches get fired. We've
Yes.
seen coaches get to the playoffs. Hold on, let me finish. We've seen coaches get to the playoffs. Hell, we've seen coaches get to the NBA finals and get fired. Fired. Okay? We say winning is this and that. This guy is gotten to the way he has coached. I don't know if he is the coach of the future for the San Antonio Spurs. I'm being real. The decisions he have made, you can, if I'm the GM of the San Antonio Spurs and they lose this series, and you go back and you look at it, and you didn't make the decisions, Mitch, I gotta terminate your employment, bro.
well,
I have
I
to.
think that this
I
this
have
is
to
a
terminate your employment.
this is a series that will put him on the hot seat. He's definitely being outcoached by Mike Brown. Mike Brown he's been here before, literally here, and lost the job after going to the finals, like you just said. Been to the finals and got fired as a coach, and been in a couple different situations. The one thing we're not going to skate past, and we spent a lot of time, and we haven't mentioned his name entirely yet, and really got on this subject. Big fella, you got to get better. And you're 22, and we can't sit here and talk about the coach first time at the finals run, and then we give 7-7 with all the monk and all the I want to be the champion and I'm the guy and I'm in your head and all this, and then you shaking like a stripper at the free throw line, miss 2 free throws.
He did miss 2 free throws. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Not
They're
only
wrong.
no.
Go ahead.
Missed 2 free throws, 2 for 9 in the fourth quarter. 2 for 9.
You're right.
2 for 9 in the fourth quarter. Second half, 3 for 14. That's you. That's not the coach. You taking shots. I always tell my players this. If you take a shot, I don't believe not one player of all time has taken a shot. Let me back up. 98% of the time when you take a shot, you are expecting to make a shot, right? So you took those shots because you believe you can make them. I don't want to hear that shit about putting you in a different position or our offense, you took 14 shots, you made 3 of them. If you didn't believe you was gonna make those shots, don't take them. You supposed to be the big fella. You want the championships. You talking crazy to everybody. You want to be the face of the league. You got to show up better than this. The defense was. He has 1 rebound in the second half. How are you 7'7" and you play? He played 23 minutes in the second half. He had.
Right.
My bad. He had 7 rebounds in the second half, but he ain't had no rebounds worth a damn that I can remember.
So can I answer that? What you just say? He played 23 minutes in the second half. They're up 29. Mitch, why he ain't getting no rest? He has shown that he needs rest. We saw it in game 2 where he threw the ball at Castle because he's tired. He needs the rest. Why is this guy playing 44 minutes? And again, I'm not disagreeing. He's definitely got to play better. But Mitch, why he ain't get his rest? He clearly out there tired, bro. He missed the free throws because he's tired. He played 44 minutes. When you up 29, why do you have to play 44 minutes?
They don't trust Luke Cornett to do nothing in between them lines.
So look,
go ahead,
let me start here. I am probably just as critical of Mitch as you are, Thee. I'm providing you clarity of being. You might have coached at some point in time, but I'm just telling you from my experience being a coach on the sideline. I done been out there before. Thought my guys was ready to go and play, and got completely blitzed. And I'm talking about I'm on the sideline. I probably was standing 20 minutes straight with my hands like this and didn't even know what was going. And all I knew was I looked up and I was in the car trying to figure out, looking at the score sheet because I was in the twilight zone. I couldn't do it. I'm just giving you clarity.
I ain't trying to hear. Listen, I ain't trying to hear shit about Cornette when you up 29.
Listen,
that man needs his rest. You got to give him. He's shown it in the series.
The domino effect of sometime they were able to go small ball with a little bit of Keldon. Keldon not coming. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. They in the twilight.
You're
man.
up 29. Ho,
you up 29. You up 29. He should not play. He can't play 23. He can't play 23 in the second half.
How you up? How you play 44 minutes and you? They was up 97% of the game. Why is he playing 44 minutes?
They got Mason Plumlee, Kelly Olynyk, Bismack Biyombo, Luke Cornett. All y'all shouldn't be in the league if y'all can't get this man a 4-minute break up 29. If they can't give dude a 4-minute break, you should not be on the NBA roster.
And
point blank, period.
And again, I agree with y'all on the Wemby thing. But here, Mitch has got to get him his. That's why I blame Mitch. Again, Wemby's got to be better. But Mitch got to get this man his rest. We've shown in game 2, we lost the game because he was tired. You got to get him his rest. You have to. You up 20. It wasn't like it was nip and tuck. It wasn't like it was back and forth. You up 29.
In the blender, Theo.
I agree with both of y'all.
He just in the blender.
Then guess what? If I'm the GM,
I'm getting another coach.
Y'all asses is fired. Staff gone.
Yeah.
I'm paying y'all too much money. Y'all all holding iPads. We got the wrong analytics guys. We got the wrong video guys. Y'all fired.
Well, the only thing I push back on that is because it ain't just a great field of coaches that can do better out there. Like the Knicks rolled the dice with getting Mike Brown, and I didn't see people screaming that this was an absolute for sure upgrade when they did it. Like a lot of the majority of people was questioning, well, damn, why y'all get rid of Tibbs and y'all just made it to the Eastern Conference Finals? Like it's a roll of the dice to make that stand. I think that he is officially on the hot seat. I think he's on the hot seat, and he's got. If next year, if it goes wrong, if they don't make at least the finals again next year, or lose in the Eastern Conference Finals against like a better team with an injury or something, he might be out of there. You might be right.
Can I ask you a question? Why did Tibbs get fired? Because he wouldn't
not
play
playing
the
enough
bench.
Yep.
Jason Kidd out there. Bye, Mitch.
Oh man, come on. That
shit.
Listen.
Shit.
Jason Kidd. A lot is coming out about Jason Kidd about he is.
You can hire a lot of other guys than this guy. He not ready for the moment.
I'm telling you, it's just a risk. And you're discounting the fact that he could get better as well.
Yeah, they thought. I really truly believe they thought Mitch was gonna grow with them, but the team is growing faster than what Mitch is because Harper. That's what I want to talk about next because that guy. I've been talking about him for a long time now. I just want to say that, man. He is,
I think the world in unison loves that kid.
man. He got it. So Harper, Fox, Castle, Wemby, you young, yeah. But Fox, man, Fox got to go. That too.
Man, Fox played a
gotta go.
perfect game into the fourth quarter. That's on Mitch, bro.
No,
You
I'm
gotta
saying,
coach the game.
I'm saying for the long term. I'm talking about just for
Oh
the
yeah,
long
yeah,
term.
long term, yeah.
He
No,
gone. Get him
Harper
out of there.
do, yeah,
We
yeah,
plug
Harper
Harper
do.
in. Is on the flow.
I'm just looking at this.
Harp got this, and he got this. He got this.
Yeah.
and he got this.
I'm looking at the second half stats, and they all was terrible except for Harper. Harper shot 40%. Fox was 2 for 8. Castle was 0 for 1. He was in his head. He got 8 free throws though. Vassell was 1 for 4. Like they legitimately. I think the worst thing that happened to them, and I've seen this happen before too. The worst thing that happened to them was a halftime break. I think they got a chance to set. No, I'm telling you, when you go in that halftime and you get a chance to sit back, teams come out. A lot of teams come out differently, and I think they came back and they thought it was sweet. They didn't have that same level of focus, and it fell apart.
I get
Man,
it.
I'm telling y'all, man.
But the way the game played out, they were punching back. They just was missing the punches because all them threes. We looked at the shot chart. The shot chart
Throwing
was
wrong punches.
immaculate in the first half.
You still throwing haymakers.
You were
The
still up.
second-
That's my point. You were still up 15, even with the bad third quarter. You were still up 15 going in the fourth.
That's what I'm saying. So you
So
had
that's
time.
So that's that's my point. That's my point.
Who is 23-inch pythons? Who is this?
You had time. That's what I'm saying. That was all the time Mitch need to make an adjustment, and he never did. That's why it's on him.
He did, definitely did.
Yeah, he didn't.
I would have liked.
didn't.
I would like to see the Black Falcon get out there.
Black Falcon. Oh my lord.
Self-proclaimed Black Falcon too. What's up, Matt? The self-proclaimed Black Falcon. I just, I just don't. Hey, man, listen. That dude is an interesting guy.
Are we talking about Bismack?
Nah.
No, that's Harrison Barnes'
Harrison
nickname.
Barnes, yeah.
Oh man.
The Black
please.
Falcon.
Harrison don't need
I wanted
nothing.
to see
Harrison
my
ain't
boy
playing in
get
this
out.
series.
OG, they might have needed the OG out there.
Nah, hell no.
Listen,
Hell no.
I'll leave with this, and I just want to make sure they hear this if they do. Cornette, Plumlee, Olynyk, Biyombo. You guys need to hang it up if you can't go out there and get that man a 4-minute stretch break.
Telling you, bro. Come on, man.
That's craziness, bro.
Cornette
He
used to
too
shoot the three.
big.
He don't even shoot the three no more. I don't know what's going on with that. He used to shoot the three.
Man, Father Time comes for everybody, I guess. But
But I thought the jump shot get better later.
to the next topic, a lot of rumbling, a ton of rumors spreading that Giannis is going to be on the move. The Bucks want to get a deal done before the draft. A lot of moving parts. We're hearing rumors of Portland getting in as a third team to get him to Boston. Rumors of Detroit getting in as a third team to get him to Miami. Where do y'all see this landing? I'm on the side of, I think Boston trying to drive up the price. I just do not see a world where you got two guys that's on the same timeline that actually play well together, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, that has won a ring together and been in another finals, and they've been pretty much in the Eastern Conference Finals or making a run at it or a favorite to do it since they've been drafted together. And you're going to throw that away to get Giannis, who has been dealing with some injuries, is on the back nine of his career. He can be on the early back nine, but he's on the back nine of his career, turning past 30. And you're going to turn that away with Jaylen Brown to go with Giannis for the risk that you don't even know if him and Tatum can mesh together. So, y'all have seen the rumors. Thought to you first, Thieves, on this. Where we at? Do you think the deal gonna get done before the finals is over with, or after the finals? What just give me your outlook on the Giannis saga.
I think the deal is done. I think they just waiting to after the finals. I think Miami is hopeful. I think y'all better. I think y'all better throw everything in the kitchen sink at it. And when I say y'all, for the viewers, Rome is a huge Miami Heat fan. But I think Boston gonna get him. I definitely think Boston gonna get him. Man, JB is a great player. He had a good season. But I think we all said that the JB Tatum thing was gonna come to an end at some point, right? And I think this is the time for sure. This is the time to do it. JB's value is high right now. He had a really good season, and Milwaukee can try to build something around him and get something going and move on from Giannis. You got a ring out of Giannis. He brought a championship to Milwaukee, but it's time to move on. But I know Miami got to do everything they can to not let him go to Boston, but I think Boston gets it done.
I'm saying the Boston would probably smoke bombs. I ain't even gonna lie. Cause I like again. I'm like, are y'all really? I mean, y'all really gonna trade Jaylen Brown for Giannis? I think Giannis has. I mean, not just even just on the fact that Miami probably had the ability to get him with the assets and everything, make moves. I think he fits as the superstar, right? He's mature, disciplined. I know Pat run a tight show, but I think he elevates in that atmosphere. I don't know how Milwaukee is exactly, but I think with Miami's culture and with how they play, he can elevate them with. So I think Miami. I honestly do. I think Miami. I think he wants to go there. I think it's about time for Miami to get another superstar, get back on the map, be in the East and contender. But yeah, nah, not Boston.
Let me ask you a question, Ho. So, because I want to clarify something you just said. Mm-hmm. You said trade JB for Giannis. Like, is that a bad trade?
I don't think it's a bad trade, but
For the Celtics?
I think with how the Boston Celtics play, you do have to alter the offense a bit if you get Giannis, right? Because what you gonna play him strictly as center, or how I'm not saying it's not gonna work, but I just think with how they play, I don't see him. I think with how they play right now is rolling. I think you let Tatum get back on his.
So you're saying just based on style of play, the trade.
I just think just based on them being together and the camaraderie and the team and how it is, I think that they have it is pretty strong right now. They just need Tatum to get back healthy. Like they would have been, I don't know. I'm not saying they would have won for sure, but I think they had a better chance if he comes back healthy playing. So I think they're gonna put their money, leave it on that. And they may make another move, but the Giannis one, I think is too much take away from what they got going on to just add him and say, this is what elevates us to the.
So their style of play has been space and three ball, right?
Right.
Getting Giannis, that's not how you're gonna play no more. Also, the question has to be asked of if Tatum wants the glory to come with being the number one guy. This is what you want to do. I mean, it'd be a hell of a sacrifice, right? But we know these guys build off their egos, like these ultra competitive champions. They want to win their way and want the glory that comes with that. We've seen it with Kobe, we've seen it with Michael, LeBron, and the list goes on and so forth, right? So where is the actual benefit? Like, is it just the lure of getting Giannis is attracted to Boston? Like, I don't understand it, because Jaylen Brown is an all NBA first team guy. Like, he really only got knocked down that niche when Tatum came back and he took a step back. Before that, he was in the MVP conversation. And he's about 4 years younger, 3 years younger than Giannis. And you already have him under contract. You have to sign Giannis to an extension that's going to take him up to, like, when the extension's over with, like 37, 36 years old. At that point, he's going to be making like $75, $80 million. Boston wants to sign up for that. It makes sense that Miami do, Because Miami don't have what do we got to lose, right? We've been searching for a star since Jimmy was here. This is the whole reason why Jimmy left in the first place. He wanted somebody better than him so they can be able to win a championship. Because Jimmy knew I can do a good job, but if we get somebody better than me, then we really cooking, right? TA just asked a great question. Do we think if he goes to any of these teams, they're a championship contender? I think with either one of them, if you get a healthy Giannis next year, you can go to the finals and win it. Because
Absolutely.
what is standing in front of you?
Why we keep like I don't understand the shit on Giannis.
Oh no, that you know me.
That's crazy to me, bro. Like
the off year last year was 29-12. That's
he played 30 games. I'm not even counting last year. He played 30 games.
right, but still in those 30 games is 29-12. Like, sign me up. Sign me up for 29-12.
I'll take it, right? Because let me say this. I don't think Giannis is one of those one-size-fits-all type of players, right? When Giannis comes and plays with your team, you're going to have to alter your offense to cater to how his style of play.
What's wrong with that?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if you,
Okay.
again, like Rome said,
There is risk.
It's not 2K, bro.
It's not wrong,
Right?
it's risk.
Let's say, example, he comes over and he's with another ex, whatever, this superstar, and now he takes away, that's things happen. Chemistry and cohesion.
So is that we don't want him to step on Jason Tatum's toes. Again, when Jason Tatum won a championship, he wasn't the best player.
I don't even think that's Jason Tatum per se. I think with Boston specifically, it's more you don't fit their style of play exactly, and I don't think they disrupt what they got going on. Other teams.
I think Giannis is the kind of player that is the type of player today where you change your offense. If that means winning the championship, if that means being in the championship, if that means being in the championship conversation, you change it.
But there's where your risk is though, Theo, because you do have an ultra mega and like you said, it's not necessarily that it's a negative or it's a bad thing. It's risk involved in that because Tatum, they had to change their style when Tatum came back from Brown. When Brown was running the show before he came in, they were a lot faster, shooting a lot more threes. It was a lot more distributed. When Tatum came back, it slowed all the way down, a lot more ISO ball. Now you have two of those guys. How does that work? One of them can't shoot. How does that work? There's just the risk involved. It could come out in the pot and be an amazing meal. Yeah. It could. The ingredients could work amazing. All I'm saying is it's risky. If I'm Boston, I'm gonna stick with what I know and what I got, that I know how to work that formula and get the pieces that worked before and get back rolling to what we need to be. They were the favorites to go to the finals before the playoffs started.
Facts.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you like as constructed if they kept JB and Tatum? Where do you rank them in the East today?
They got to shore up a couple of different things. It's a big offseason for them. They got to shore up a couple of different things.
These motherfuckers and they long-winded answers.
No.
Where do you rank them in the East? As constructed,
second.
Healthy. Jason Tatum healthy.
Second.
I'm top
second in the East.
Second in the Knicks. Second to the Knicks.
So he says second. Top 5. So you got them 5?
I think. Are we talking about as today what I seen, or are we talking about before we got to the playoffs?
Healthy Jason Tatum, training camp. Where would you put them?
Exactly, I'm putting them at 4.
Okay. So
behind who?
That sounds like you would want to trade. You need to bolster the roster.
What you frowning up for, making the faces for like we wasn't number 1 in the East, man? What? You know what? Next question. You don't got much time left.
Hey, he hit you with the. You know what? Next question. I ain't even playing with you.
Because he know better. He know better.
That's a full episode.
You know better.
So let's save that. That's a full episode.
He didn't put the cables on you.
He know better.
That
segment's coming soon. The cable guy segment is coming.
The cable guy segment
is coming.
I mean, because here's the thing, fellas. You got to figure Indiana's gonna be healthy, right? You know, we're gonna see Mr. Halley superstar. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Let's address it. Well, let's address it then, because you told
He's
me,
fat.
you
He's
told me,
fat. He's fat right now.
because your favorite thing is to run on here and say, like I told you. You also told us that the reason why the Pacers was winning was because of Rick Carlisle.
Absolutely.
Was Rick Carlisle
fabulous job?
No. Okay, so was Rick Carlisle the coach this year?
Man, what you mean?
Did Rick Carlisle coach this year?
Yes.
What was their record? They was the bottom of the East?
They had multiple players hurt.
Did Halliburton play this year? No.
They had multiple players hurt.
Halliburton is a superstar. You need to let that go. Superstar.
We gonna see.
Superstar. He had. We might be talking about NBA champion Halliburton if he don't blow his Achilles out.
If
he had them boys on the ropes. He had them boys on the ropes. Hey.
Hold on, though.
All I know is
okay. So let me ask you.
Drinking that bottle, guys was drunk that night.
Let me ask you
until they put the bottle down.
Let me ask you this. So he's a superstar. How many superstars, in your opinion, are in the NBA today? 10.
Vic.
No. Just give me a number. Just give me a number.
I gotta count them to give you a number, fool.
All right, go ahead.
Vic, Ant, Brunson,
10.
Hallie,
Without even thinking it's 10.
Cade, Tatum. Got the OG. Put the OGs on the side though. Put the OG. Of course, they put the OGs over there.
You gotta count them up. Durant. Did you say Ant?
Yeah, I said Ant. Jokic.
So let's say.
Giannis. That's it.
Luka.
So 10 to 12. So 10 to 12,
Luka.
right? Let's just call it 10. So 10. When you're a superstar, there's a level of expectation. Right? So Jokic, for me, right, when I look at superstar, I don't think I think for me, superstar is maybe 5 to 7. And here's why I say that is because if you're a superstar, 5 to 7, that means I expect you to be in the championship conversation every year because of you as the player.
That list goes down then.
Right. So that's why I don't think Hallie is a superstar, because my definition is different.
I think they'll be in the championship conversation next year because of Halliburton.
Okay. So you expect them to at least, do you expect them to get past the second round? Like where do you fall off if you don't reach a certain level?
Again, pending moves, because their roster has changed some. But if they make the moves, the requisite moves that I think they will make, because Indy has a really good front office, I think they could be the favorites to win the East again next year.
Okay.
First of all, take Cleveland and throw them in the ocean.
Oh shit.
Lock their legs up, put a brick in their hand, and put Cleveland in the ocean. That's over with.
I told you.
Next two of them, hold on. Next to them, you can tandem jump.
Here he comes.
You can tandem jump. You know where I'm going. Take the Sixers and put a bowling ball on their neck and throw the man behind them. Put them off to the side. That's over with. It's done. Don't want to hear about them ever again. You got the Pistons. You got the Knicks. You got Boston. You got Indy.
Oh
Miami, pending moves. Pending moves. Got Miami. The rest of y'all, get out the way. Just get out the way. All right? Okay. That's it.
I want to throw Atlanta in there. I like Atlanta.
No. Y'all lost by 80.
They don't have a superstar. They don't have a star.
No.
12 years old.
They don't have a star right now.
Come on, man.
They got a bunch of low spades.
They need a guy. Yeah,
Jalen Johnson is a star. Are you crazy?
They spaded up, but they got a
Jalen Johnson's a star.
Yeah,
Jalen Johnson's a star.
He a 9 of spade right now.
Right. I need you to put a face card on that, cuz, before you get in this conversation.
God damn, he gotta let the man get there. Give him some time.
They need some guys.
Atlanta, man.
Free Maxey. Free. Wouldn't you love it? We'll wrap it up on this. Wouldn't you love if we can get Maxey and Ant together wherever?
You mean Maxey and Cade? Yeah, I would love that.
Oh,
that would
Jesus
be
Christ.
crazy.
That would be nuts.
Ant and Cade, that would be.
I mean, shit. If y'all GM will stop smoking hookah during the season and actually look at the team and say we're not good enough, and actually make a deal at the deadline and actually make some phone calls, because we keep seeing these guys show CJ McCollum, Alvarado, Ayu Dosunmu, all these moves were available at the deadline, and y'all GM was on COD playing in game smoking hookah.
Yeah, Trajan and Brad they hang out together clearly.
They together.
No.
They be having the
I'm not letting
women.
it fly.
They got the drinks. They got the hookah. It's oranges. It's
I'ma let Theo
hashish.
take the
It's
Lions.
chicken wings.
Pistons?
It's fruit. It's everything. They are partying
cook.
and not on the phone making moves.
Let us cook, man. Just let us cook. Let it bubble,
Yeah.
man. It's on the floor. You
Yeah.
just watched it, man. You watched it over the last.
Let
3
y'all
years.
get cooked. Let y'all
All right.
get cooked.
All right, so let's wrap on this. Game 5, back in San Antonio. Hove, is the series over? And does the Knicks close it out in San Antonio?
If I was the Knicks, I'm losing it on purpose, man.
Oh,
Straight up.
Hell no.
Lose it on
Hell
purpose,
no. I don't
man.
know what
Take
the, I don't
me
know
back
what
you
the hell
got
you
it.
talking about.
What,
Take
bro?
me
You
back
got
to-
What the
take
hell
me
you
you
got
talking
it.
about?
No, hell
Take
no.
me
You
back
gotta
to
go
the
for them.
Garden.
You
What
gotta
the
take
hell
their
you
heads
talking
off.
You do.
gotta
I don't
take their
know.
heads
Yes,
off.
absolutely.
What the hell you talking
I'm
about?
just, yeah, but real world though, I would love for them to lose the game and
Okay.
then win it in Madison Square Garden.
So is it over
And-
in San Antonio?
No,
You asking me?
no,
No,
you guys
I'm
said
going
no. Hove said no.
No.
Rome, is it over?
Okay. I already know what you're gonna say. With you can't just give it one word. Shut up. I don't
No,
care.
no, you good. Do your thing. I don't give a fuck
So-
at this point. You pussy.
So, so if Tony Brothers or Scott Foster is refereeing, I see y'all game 6 in New York. If you see Tony Brothers or Scott Foster come on the court, I'll see you in New York on Tuesday night. I'll see you in New York Tuesday night, baby.
Oh,
If they bring
man.
Scott Foster out there, you will have a game 6 in New York. That is a 100% a fact. If
That's
Tony
funny.
Brothers and Scott Foster is refereeing, it's a wrap. So,
how many days he been on these referees,
Man,
Yo.
man. Hey, listen. We back game 6. San Antonio wins game 5. Game 6 is Tuesday. We'll see if the Knicks can close.
he
it
probably
out.
already know who the referee assignment is. That's why he's so confident. So,
Oh wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
we'll be back again at the game 6, probably Sunday night. If it get really crazy, probably Saturday. We might be live with me and Theo in the
Hey.
studio. I'm coming to Indy. I'm
Yep.
gonna try to pack the podcast equipment and see what we can do.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. Another great episode. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Appreciate everybody coming to the chat, interacting,
Yeah, that's dope.
interacting with
That's
each
love.
other, building the community up is great. It's a whole camp. You know what I'm saying? Camp 8. Y'all know where this come from. It come from the movie Life.
We don't have no
Um,
gun lines, boss.
We don't have no gun lines on here on Camp 8. So please bring more people